Alright, we are officially recording to the YouTubes. I mean, I guess I should say we're not like live on YouTube or whatever. This recording will go on YouTube. I'm gonna wait another minute or so, and then we will get started. YouTube Peach says hello because my my chat isn't on. I should put chat on. Chat box, let's go. Boom. I don't think that did anything. Oh no, it did. Hi, you're going to the bottom. Boop! Look, Mom, I made it. Okay. I'm going to do one last thing, and then we are going to get started. Hello, Lynn. Yo, look at that cat doing the laundry. Alright, we have the start of case 2. Yeah, let's get to going. The captive turnabout. Ame playing Slay the Spire 2. Blood. Ah, it's the guy from case 1. Now he dead. Yo, the dog did it. Oh shit, the dog did it. Yo, thanks for the stream streak, my dude. Dot 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 dot. Still no sign of them, huh? Yeah. How long do they intend to keep us waiting? Now, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm sure the guard will bring him in any second now. And the killing of Bastian Rook. Been 2 days since the incident at the park, and today we're paying a visit to the detention center. Our aim, of course, is to interview Bronco Knight, who has been charged with the murder. His trial is due to start tomorrow, and I am to be the prosecutor behind the bench. What's taking so long? You there, what's going on? I don't know, sir. Oh my god, he moves. I'll go and check. We've got a situation. It's not. He's been killed. What? Killed? In the detention center? Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. What are you waiting for? Right. Guard, take us to the scene of the crime. Yes, sir. So it didn't happen in the holding cells, but surely that was where he was being held. I can speak. What's the holdup? The crime scene's this way. Where are you taking us? Doesn't the store lead to the prison proper? Yes. It's a really big door for that. You mean those other cells aren't part of the prison? Not exactly, no. Those are the detention centers holding cells. That's where the defendants are kept while they're awaiting trial. The area beyond this door serves a rather different purpose. Yeah, it's where the people who are convicted serve out their time. I suppose you could say it's the last place a great thief should ever want to be. I've unlocked her, sir. Please, follow me. Dedge. That's not alright. But he's dead. How could this have happened? And how did he wind up inside the prison proper? Because he was already convicted. This is horrible. How did Mr. Knight get himself murdered? I can hardly believe it myself, but there can be no doubting the evidence of our own eyes. And what's he doing here? I thought he was being held in the detention center, no? He was. He must have been. His trial hadn't even begun yet. The law states that until convicted, suspects are to be kept in cells separate from the main prison. Only those who have been found guilty are sent to the prison proper. What is the contraption behind us? There's no way Knight should have been in here. Maybe he wandered his way over? The detention center and the prison are separated not only by two heavy doors, but also a lengthy corridor, except where it's not. That would have been a long way to wander, especially for a detainee. Man, if only there wasn't a very obvious second way. I suppose we better take a closer look at Knight's body. We'll need to examine the scene of the crime carefully if we want to get to the bottom of this. Bump, 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 bump. It's a sink. It doesn't seem to contain any useful clues. What? Nope, no whiff of treasure either. You do know we're not actually looking for treasure, right? Hello? What's with all the weird equipment? I'm not sure, but I don't see anything particularly suspicious here. Everything is suspicious! It smells weird though, kinda musky, like wet fur. I didn't know you had such a keen nose. Kay is a dog. Oh, it's nothing special really, except when it comes to sniffing out treasure. Remind me to seal all of my valuables away in airtight containers. Sorry. No way, Mr. Edgeworth. I'd never steal any of your stuff. But you would happily steal someone else's. I'm not sure that's entirely reassuring. I'm pretty sure Kay has stolen from Edgeworth before. Bronco Knight, killed the day before his court date. We'd better take a closer look. Huh? Is that? Oh, I've seen one of these in your office, Mr. Edgeworth. You have? I'm sure you have, Detective. It's a pocket chess set. What? What? A pocket chess set. Makes sense. He loved chess after all. Yeah, would have been a good way to pass the time. Pocket chess set data jotted down in my organizer. Glove. Lovely. A rubber glove. Yep, just the one though. I should examine it in more detail. There's mud all over it. Maybe the prisoners were making mud pies? Yep. Wish I could have joined them. I love making mud pies. Not anywhere near my crime scene, you're not. Blood. Person got backhanded. We backhanded slapping people. I think we could safely assume that this glove was dropped sometime after Knight's blood had been spilt. We can? How come? Because had it been on the floor when the pool of blood was forming, then the blood would have flowed around it, but not underneath it. Oh, meaning there'd only be a band of blood around the edges of the finger, not all over the backside. Assuming the glove was discarded after the blood had pooled around the body, maybe our murderer ditched it after they did the deed. It's certainly a possibility. At the very least, whoever it was that dropped it must have seen the body. You there! Yes, sir. Have you seen that glove before? Yes, sir. The prisoners wear them for work. It's strange, though. Prisoners issued with these gloves are under strict orders to keep them in their cells. They aren't allowed to take them out without permission, and we always check. I suppose that would explain why there aren't any other gloves in the workshop. Mr. Officer, sir, don't you think that this situation is slightly different, given the fact that we have a body here? Anyways, tarp. The body is partially covered by a dirt-stained tarp. And there's a rope on top of it. Was Knight tied up with the rope somehow? Rope data, jotted down in my organizer. We should take a look under the sheet as well. Ah! Look at all that red stuff! Yes, I'd say that's blood. We should keep looking around. There's bound to be more secrets to uncover. I'm sure of it. Unga. His neck brace is soaked with the blood from the hole in his neck. There's a hole in his neck, okay, dude. I would assume that's the cause of death, and that it was probably instantaneous. He wouldn't have even had the chance to cry out for help. There's a small cut on his scalp, too. Was he struck with something? Maybe he fell and hit his head after he was stabbed in the throat. It's possible, but it's too early to say with any certainty. Kay, you have your camera with you, correct? Could you lend it to the detective so that he can photograph the body? Sure thing. All yours, Gummy. Thanks. Alright, here we go. Click. His clothes sure are a mess though, huh? Indeed. They appear to be covered in dirt. I guess he's like me when it comes to laundry. It would be a grave error to think that anybody else could be quite like you, Detective. We have hand. There's just the hand. There's something on his finger. Let's take a closer look, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a ring, and an expensive-looking one at that. Don't even think about it, Kay. What? I didn't say anything. guess that's enough for now. We seem to be done here for the moment. Time to suspect. Fuck, I fucked it up! Time to inspect every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Indeed. This area is too big to take in all at once. Hello, Zeal! Fortunately, I can use right stick to look farther up or down. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. This entire thing catches my attention. Weird having something like this in a prison, huh? A cage inside a cage? Technically, Kay, a prison isn't made up of cages, but cells. What's the difference? No offense, Mr. Edgeworth, but you gotta look at the basic nature of things more. Yes, and the basic nature of an investigation is the pursuit of accurate facts and information. Looks like a pulley of some kind. Maybe the prisoners use it for work? I suppose so, yes. Okay, so now you're gonna say no, but absolutely not, Kay. You are not permitted to swing on that rope. I knew it. I should have known you were being serious. There was a rope near Knight's body, too. Speaking of which, want to see my super stealthy rope escape trick? Thanks, but I'll let you know when I'm in need of saving. Disc. She seems genuinely disappointed. These tarps are rather colorful. They kind of stand out in a room like this, don't they? Certainly don't look like they belong in a prison. Look, there's a whip on top of them. You know who that reminds me of, right? Hey, maybe it's actually hers? Maybe she left it in here? Not a chance. She and her whip are attached at the wrist. Trust me. It's gonna be hers anyway. It's gonna be Franziska's. Franziska's the killer. Gasp. Alright, I think we're done here. Bye. Come shoot. Please. This part of the floor is covered with dirt. You know what that means, sir? Footprints. Too many footprints, unfortunately. We'll need a specialist to identify them. I guess we just gotta wait till the forensics gets here. Yes, and in the meantime, if you could refrain from treading all over it. Wouldn't want to slip up and get the old jacket dirty, huh? Good point, Mr. Edgeworth, thanks. My concern was with the footprints, not your jacket, detective. So this is what the inside of a prison looks like. Good to know. Good to know. Someone's highly motivated to learn today. You're just not on top of your game, Mr. Edgeworth. This stuff's important. Gotta be prepared for when the time comes. Which will never come for me, I must say. Still, I won't discourage you from finding out more. I need to gather a little more information myself. And then use my powers of logic to piece it together. Logic! Arrested for murder on the afternoon of the 25th and killed in the morning of the 27th. Talk about instant karma. Never would have thought our perp would turn into a victim himself, though. Yes, I don't like this at all. You don't think it was that ice cream guy, do you, sir? The Knight had seen his face, right? Maybe he couldn't afford to let him live. Shelly the killer, you mean? No. If this were his doing, he surely would have left a calling card. And besides, Knight isn't the only one who knows what he looks like. We do too. Oh yeah. And I guess we're still alive, so... Still, this is a highly security facility. I just don't understand how it was even possible. I guess it makes sense to have the detention center and the prison in the same building. It means they can share their visitors' room. Indeed, it's an unusual design, but it's certainly convenient for anyone visiting. Yeah, but then why have two different areas in the first place? Or for the two different classes of detainees, of course, those pre-trial and those post-trial. The two facilities may be housed in the same building in this case, but they are actually quite different. Well, all I know is they're both cramped and dark, and don't let you leave when you want. Perhaps spending a night each would help clarify the differences between them. No, I'm good, thanks. Anything out of the ordinary to report, officer? Yes, sir. There is this one thing. Go on. There's a body in the workshop, sir. He's right. It's definitely out of the ordinary. If anything else occurs, you know where to find me. Logic? Logic! These tarps have a pretty distinctive design. In fact, it's the same design as the bloody tarp around Mr. Knight's body. Yes, you took the words right out of my mouth. That'll teach you to be so careless, Mr. Edgeworth. You need to keep your treasures close when there's a great thief around. I thought you were on sabbatical. Bloody tarp data jotted down in my organizer. Not a bad bit of evidence gathering. Ha! Nothing can stop us when we're on the hunt together, right, Gummy? You betcha. We're unstoppable. A regular Three Musketeers. Let's not get carried away, Detective. There's one thing we still haven't found. Huh? What do you mean, sir? What's missing from this crime scene? The murder weapon. I see no sign of a murder weapon anywhere. You're right. I didn't even think of that. Come now, Detective. Here's our basic investigative principles we were talking about here. Yeah, I guess. Sorry, sir. Don't worry, Gummy. Hadn't crossed my mind either. In fact, that hardly puts my mind at ease, Kay. Items that could prove even potentially lethal are strictly controlled within a prison. After all, we wouldn't want the inmates getting their hands on them, would we? Which means acquiring a murder weapon would be hard enough, let alone leaving the scene with one. Oh yeah, nice thinking, Mr. Edgeworth. What's the murder weapon? Where has it gone? The answer to these questions might be the keys to figuring out what happened here. Huh. Didn't know how the guy had a whole entourage. Who the hell is this? Excusez-moi, but this is the scene of the crime, right? Wait a second. Are you? No way. Those piercing eyes. That furrowed brow. Mr. Fender, it has been far too long. I'm French! Omelette du fromage. No, I'm just kidding. I know, right? But even after all this time, I'd know that deep bow anywhere. And that neckwear, obvs. Shrug! Manfred von Karma, the man, the legend. Gotta say, I didn't expect to see you here. What are you talking about, pal? This is Mr. Edgeworth, not that old geezer. Detective, please. Edgeworth? Wow, guess that explains the fresh face. Did you thought I was Von Karma? Lol. Heh, can't blame a guy for mixing you two up though. You're the spitting image of the old devil in his day. I see you haven't changed. How many years has it been? Man, good question. Who's counting, eh? Away traveling for so long I lost track. You know how it is. You know what I do remember? You betraying everything you were supposed to stand for. Damn. Screw you, sir. Whoa, where did that come from? And who are you, anyway? This is Eddie Fender. He's a defense attorney. Enchanté, as they say. Fender's the name, and defending's the game. I'm a bit of an ace attorney. Aw, shit. This is an ace attorney game. Detective Dick Gumshoe. And I'm Kay Faraday. Great thief. I'm on sabbatical at the moment, though. A great thief? Wow, that's so romantic. Très chic, if you will. Lynn is probably going to yell at me on that one. Right? It's nice to meet It's nice to finally meet someone who gets it. I'm looking to expand the franchise, actually. It made signing up super simple. It sounds awesome. I'd love to come hang with you guys, if you'll have me. Sorry, I should have also mentioned that it's girls only, and they have to be super fun and super cool, and... Hey, I totally get it. No hard feelings, yeah? Come on, bring it in. You've got to be kidding. My bad, my bad. I'm just so used to how they do things elsewhere, you know? Yeah. And why are you here, Mr. Fender? Whoops, almost forgot this is your scene. Keeping the defense out is strategy number 1 in the Von Karma playbook, after all, isn't it? Shrug. Hey, quit it with all the Von Karma stuff, pal. What gives?
Hold it!
Detective, calm yourself. His attitude is, unfortunately, understandable. It is? I take it you are Mr. Knight's attorney. Guilty as charged, Your Honor. Well, I was supposed to be anyway. So he was planning to represent Knight if his client hadn't been murdered. He and I would have faced off against each other in court. I'd better see what he has to say for himself. Talking? So the victim asked you to represent him. Sure did. We were supposed to have a little chat today. As was I. But a guard showed up instead and told us that his body had been found. Shrug. I'm as bummed about it as you. He even brought him some weenies to cheer him up. That is... How do I feel about this? Chat, what do we feel about this? Has anyone ever tried to take a hot dog and turn it into an octopus? I certainly hope the answer is no. I don't like this. Yes? I prove it. Right now. Mr. Fender, you know you can't bring food into the prison. Oh yeah, well, it's here now. Want some? Little vice I picked up on my travels. So Moorish. No, thank you. Fine, you do you. What are you doing here anyhow? Tell me you wanted to hear Knight's side. Von Karma was always more of a convicted defendant at all costs guy. He didn't teach you that? That was a long time ago. If you say so. Sure you don't want any weenies? No, thank you. Have you met with your client previously? Yes, indeed, Your Honor. Just yesterday, in fact. The Bronxster called me the minute he was arrested. Sounded really freaked out, man. Oh yeah, mentioned your little performance too. According to him, you really made a nuisance of yourself. And not a kind word was spoken, I'm sure. Well, sticks and stones and all that. Boy, did he not like you! Trash talk you something fierce. Can't say I didn't join in the fun, though. Fun? How dare you, Mr. Fender? Lighten up, kid. I'm kind of a fixture in the visitor's room here. How old is he? Shit, he's the same age as me. And I don't think I've ever had that much of a gas. What? Oh, so you come here a lot. Hey, don't get the wrong idea, little sis. I'm never on the wrong side of the bars. I just happen to know someone who is. The visitor's room is usually where I'm at, but this isn't exactly my first time in the clink either. In which case, I'd better ask him what he knows about this room. Tell me, what do you know about the scene of the crime? Huh? Oh, this room? No, dude. What do you know about it? I'll give you 3 choices. Huh? What the? What is this shit? A morgue. Is it a morgue? Well, it does have a dead body in it. And dead bodies equal morgue, am I right? Now, let's see what the answer keys say, shall we? Oh no, you got it wrong. This is actually a workshop. I'm gonna punch him in the face. So all the options he gave me were wrong. How infantile. The cons come here to perform various duties. They can learn new skills too, bank some qualifications for when they're back on the street. I see. And how is access to this room controlled? Who has the key? Chill out, Edgeworth. I don't have all the answers. My man over here probably does, though. Right, compadre? Yes, sir. The workshops aren't locked with physical keys. The doors are fitted with sensors instead. What kind of sensors? Inmates are issued with special bracelets, sir. When they walk through a workshop door, the sensor checks their bracelet. And if they're not supposed to be there, ding-a-ling-a-ling, an alarm sounds. To let it ring for too long, then buzz, they get a real shock, if you know what I mean. And if they try to break or remove the bracelet, buzz, a shock 3 times worse than that. But that's brutal. I guess they need to ensure that the inmates follow the rules, but that sounds a bit excessive. If they wish to pass through a door like this one, prisoners need to be accompanied by a guard. We disable the sensor for them and let them in. You get all that? Many prisoners use this workshop today? No, sir. No one's been in here for days. I'd know if they had. The officer did it. No prisoners have entered, let alone used, this workshop today. Door sensors data jotted down in my organizer. Which means there's a contradiction in this crime scene. Namely, there's something here that shouldn't be. I'll take another quick look over the crime scene and employ my powers of deduction to solve this mystery. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Is this ring supposed to be like the bracelet? Because if so, that ain't a fucking bracelet. It's a ring.
Eureka!
Nope. This is incorrect. Ah, well, around here somewhere. Present this crime scene that shouldn't be here. Is it this? Didn't they say something about this? Yeah, okay, so it's probably this.
Eureka!
Prisoners aren't able to come and go from this workshop as they please. The door sensor would detect their bracelets, and the alarm would sound. What's more, according to the guard, no prisoners were authorized to bring in this room at all today. And yet, we have a rubber glove, the kind issued to inmates. This is a clear contradiction. So where did the glove come from, sir? I don't know, detective. Not yet, anyway. All I know for now is that the glove is a valuable piece of evidence. Nailed it. Got our health back. We're so good at this game. You. Apart from prisoners and guards, who else has access to this room? No one, sir. This is a prison after all. Prisoners and guards are pretty much all there is. Mr. Fender? Come on. Don't play us like that, friend. We both know that's not true. You know as well as I do that prisoners and guards aren't the only ones who can come in here. Huh? Oh, do you mean... But sir, there... Mr. Fender, would you care to get to the point? Who exactly are you talking about? What? You don't have a pair of peepers in that hard head of yours? You didn't see them on the way in? Wandering about in the corridors, chilling with their buds? And if you mosey on out of that door right now, you'd trip over one of them before you'd taken a step. Listen, pal, we've had just about enough of your baloney. Take a chill pill, big guy. I'm on your side. You know, for such a wide fella, you have a very narrow mind. What are you?
Hold it!
Detective. Sorry, sir. Look, just follow me, okay? Seeing is believing. Isn't that what they say? Bye. Prison corridor. This is no ordinary slammer. Here, the humans share the space with some special friends. Monkey. Look at that monkey. Animals? Yep, bird and feathered fellas of all shapes and sizes. A guard filled me in on how they came about. Seems they decided to try a little experiment in animal therapy a few years back. The Cottons are assigned a critter each, a buddy, to help keep their spirits up. Really? Wow, that sounds like so much fun! Plus, inmates can even earn pet care qualifications if they go through some job training with the animals. Oh, that must be what all the equipment in the workshop is for. We were just here. We didn't need to freaking go back to this. You got it. Rooms set up specifically for that training stuff. So, when you said somebody else could have been at the scene of the crime. Exactamundo, big guy. I was talking about these guys. That just means you're still talking baloney. What would an animal do with a rubber glove? Good question. All I'm saying is that it was possible. The rest is Mr. Prosecutor's problem. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, if you want me to arrest this piece of baloney, just say the word. Let me get this straight. You're saying these animals can wander freely around the prison. You know those sensors on the doors? They detect the prisoner's bracelets and sound the alarm when somebody goes walkabout. Well, for our furry friends, it's the other way around. They're fitted with microchips that open doors right up. Oh my god. They are? Uh-huh. They're implanted just under the skin around the shoulders. Big needle, quick jab, and voila! What? Doesn't it hurt? Nope, they don't feel a thing. That's what they tell me anyway. Now, where was I? This dude talks to animals. Alright, so the point is, they're not the baddies here, so there's no reason to punish them. It's ironic, really. Here in this institution where the humans are caged, the animals are free to roam to their heart's content. They're not completely free, though. They can't leave the prison proper, for one thing. No sensor on that big mother of a door out, you see. Ah. What's that tinkling sound? Sir? It's the killer. Woof. Just look at the thing. Is that a bell around its neck? That explains the sound, I suppose. Staring contest with the dog. Woof. Mr. Edgeworth, were you seriously trying to stare it down? Hell yeah, it was. I refuse to lose to a dog. Not for nothing, sir, but your dog handling skills could use some work. Leave it to a pro. I know how to treat them right. Come on now, come to Gummy. Good job, Gumshoe. Man, ignored by a dog. That dog was certainly very different to the other animals. And they seem to have a real thing against me, and only me. Alrighty then, you've met the menagerie. What's next? Guess we better interview some witnesses, right, sir? Indeed. We need more information regarding what was happening around the time the body was found. Let's start with that guy! Hey, you there in the cell, I want to interview the monkey. Bro. This is not a real person. This is a statue. This is a fake person. Ignored again. Hello. We were wondering if you might be able to tell us anything about this morning's incident. This is not a real person. Stop trying to talk to them. Is anyone else a little afraid of this guy? Heh. Not a big talker, huh? It's alright, man. I'm on your side here. Let's start with the handshake, huh? Maybe a hug to break the ice. Why would you ever... Seconds out. What's that supposed to mean? Hey, I get it, man. Not everyone's the hugging type. I'm cool with that. Round 1. 10 reps each. What is this man up to? Better see what he has to say for himself. Your name? From the blue corner, it's Rocco D-Shoe59, Car Serato. Who knows? Don't mind if I keep moving, do you, boss? A fighter can't let his heart rate drop, see? Doesn't look like there's any danger of that. Don't worry, you'll lose too much weight doing all that. Don't you worry, you'll lose too much weight doing all that. You gotta make weight before a fight, boss. Won't even make it to the ring if you don't. Sierra... Wait, I get it. You gotta be a boxer, right? Was. Back in the day. But it's good to stay fight fit. Leastways, that's how I see it. So is the bear part of your training too? He looks kinda like an apron. So cute. Ain't nothing cute about Teddy. Kid's my partner, see? This here polar bear keeps me on my toes. Seems to have loosened up a little. Now's my chance. Where were you and Teddy at the time of the incident? Come on, boss. Ain't no stoolie. I don't know nothing no how. I'll be the judge of that. Please, answer the question. Yep, you punch drunk or something, boss? I told you. I don't know zip. So I won't play ball. Guess there's only one thing to do, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Indeed. The more he protests his ignorance, the more certain I am that he's hiding something. Alright, let's see what exactly you do and don't know, shall we? Oh, are we playing? Are we have to do the mind check? Oh, I don't remember how to do this. Oh, no. Now, let us analyze the state of play. He adopts a boxing stance when he's on high alert. My guess is that things won't go well if I push too hard at such moments. When my opponent is on the offensive, I should remain calm and bide my time. He's bound to reveal an opening eventually, which is when I'll pounce. First, let's see if our friend here knows anything about the incident. I'll start by asking about his movements, and bring this fight to an end before he knows what hit him. Don't seem to have much choice. Why don't you start by telling me what you've done today? You will answer me. What? You want a shot at the champ? Is that it? Then put him up, pal. Okay, it says to bide time when he's in the stance. Throwing in the towel already? It's gotta be a record. Fisticuffs is hardly my style, but I'm more than happy to take you on in a game of chess. Incidentally, don't you get tired of ducking and diving like that all the time? You don't think I got the stamina, kid? Oh, just you try me. Says we should still bide time since he's still doing that. I ain't tired. Not today, not ever. Especially not today. Took it real easy this morning. Had me some quiet cell time. Hardly broke a sweat. Really, you look pretty sweaty to me. Give me a break, will ya? I'm done talking, okay? I'm tired. Yeah, real tired. So this is where we go after him, since he's not doing that. You may have kept your boxing skills sharp, but I'm afraid you're lying. It needs quite a bit of work. Tired? Really? I hardly think that's possible. Especially not after you just told me about your quiet cell time this morning. Oof. Gotta be careful here, Teddy. When this guy lands, he lands. He's hiding something. I'm sure of it. I should try asking him about what was happening at the time of the incident, both in and outside his cell. I won't need to use my fists in this next round. No, I'll deliver this knockout using carefully chosen words alone. Remember what you were doing at the time of the incident? I was, catching some Z's. We both was. The incident happened only a short while ago. You seem wide awake, all things considered. Okay, we're still supposed to bide time if he's in that stance. A fighter's gotta be able to get up quick when he's down, but he needs his beauty sleep too. Builds muscle. Is that so? Then I apologize for waking you. I have read that rest is an important part of any boxer's training regime. You don't say. So Mr. Prosecutor's savvy when it comes to the fight game, huh? Who knew? So we go in here because he's not in the stands. Interesting. How do you know I'm a prosecutor? I don't remember telling you. You've been eavesdropping, haven't you? You've been listening to every word we said out here in the corridor. Which means you weren't asleep, and that you're lying again. You're good, kid. Caught me clean with that one. Alright, I admit it. I wasn't catching no Z's. But what? A guy can't work out in his cell no more without lawyers getting involved? Or is a man taking care of himself a crime now? The fact that we now know he was awake is an important development. Could well prove to be a useful clue. So we should be down here now. Did you notice anything strange around the time of the incident? What do you mean strange? Answer the question. Tell me what was going on around that time. Wish I could help you, boss. But I was asleep. We both was. Time to deploy my clue. Enough of your barefaced lies. You weren't asleep. You were exercising. You told me as much yourself. Ugh, a counterpunch, huh? Should have seen that one coming. Seems I have you on the ropes. It's time to come clean about what you know. Alright. You don't gotta shout about it. Stomping around like you own the place. Teddy and his pals have been scared enough this morning already. Rude. You've done well to endure this long, but I fear you'll soon be out for the count. You say the animals have been scared enough already, which implies something happened here earlier. Well, what is it? What was it? Ack! We broke him. Quit it, will ya? I'm getting shellacked here. Fine. Somebody yelled, okay? Real loud, real scared. Got all the little guys scared too. Yeah, laugh it up, Mr. Big Shot Lawyer. Let me see you do the same thing in the ring. Checkmate. I think now we've established that you know more than you're letting on, don't you? Fine, I'll talk. You did it, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's not get carried away, Kay. Our work here has only just begun. Hey, can we call time out here for a sec, guys? There's something super big I need to say. It's just, well, it's like fate brought us here today after all these years, Edgeworth. It's a real privilege watching how you work. Eye-opening stuff, in fact. Just thought you should know, I'll be telling you-know-who what you've become. Who the hell is you-know-who? Bro, are we talking about Voldemort? Have we just become Harry Potter? Am I actually playing Harry Potter? Who know who? Keen to get the lowdown, huh? Well... That's enough. This has nothing to do with Kay. Oh. Whoa. I have a cow, man. Why so sensitive? Report whatever you wish to whomever you wish. Just do it on somebody else's time. Whatever you say, boss man. But I think he should know at least. You know, how you've been living your life since you signed on to doing things the Von Karma way. After all, you've disappointed him enough for one lifetime already. Am I right? What's he talking about, Mr. Edgeworth? Nothing that need concern you, Kay. Our focus should be on Mr. that person. Now, shall we continue? It's time to hear the truth at last. Heh, you won't land a glove on me, kid. There was a show. Finished right around 10 a.m. Came back here after. Did me some training. At leastways, I tried to. Barely got to the count of 2 before Storm screams, "What the? Ah!" Guy was hollering and howling, crying for help. What can I do? I'm locked up in here, right? So I tunes it out, and I gets back to work. I find it curious that you would pay so little heed to a desperate cry for help. Like I say, boss, what can I do? Besides, this is the joint. Don't nobody thank nobody for getting involved in what none of their concern. This dude is difficult to talk. I hear you, brother. Best you could do is rubberneck from in there anyway, am I right? You mentioned training, Mr. C. I can't help but notice how well equipped your cell is. There's the guy. The fixer, they call him. What's a fixer? A fellow who can get his hands on just about anything you need, for a price. No way. Find me perhaps, Mr. C. What you ought to ask for is a beginner's guide to giving better testimony. Because I can promise you that you'll be down for the count in 1. You put me down? Try it, you bum. What am I? Chopped liver? Yes.
Hold it!
What kind of show was it exactly? Depends on the day. They bring him in from outside, see? Singers, dancers, all kinds. Give us cons a little something to look forward to. Nice, that sounds like fun. And you went along to see today's show? Sure I did. Can't miss a chance to get a glimpse of the outside world now, can I? Then, it was over.
Hold it!
What did this training involve? Let's see now. Today was stamina and rhythm work, which means jump rope. Hello, Tuna! Look at that wide peepo, happy. He's so happy. Happy, I guess it's a minute away from being Sunday for you, so... In bed, thank you for... You're welcome. What? In that tiny cell? How? What about Teddy? Isn't that dangerous for him? Kid's no dummy. Look, there's a bear on him. The second I get my rope out, he jumps up and holds on tight. You jump rope with a polar bear clinging to your chest. I told you, didn't I? We're partners. And besides, a little extra weight's good for me. Yes, that is a polar bear on him. Anyway, I started jumping rope.
Hold it!
Tell us more about the scream you heard. It was the scream of a guy about to scream his last. And I should know. Whoa there, good buddy. There's a time and place, you know. So it was clearly audible. Guy backed into a corner, fighting for his life. You ever hear something like that, boss? Well, I have, and yeah, it was clearly audible. It is midnight already out where you're at. I was hollering and howling.
Hold it!
And that's all you heard? There's nothing else? Nope, not much anyhow. So there was something. What else did the victim say? You have to tell me. Oh, I do, huh? Why don't you come over here and see if I can make you squeal like he did? That's actually how you should exercise. Don't forget the polar bear next time. I will make sure to have my polar bear hanging on to me like this guy has his polar bear hanging on to him. Whoa, 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 whoa. I think that was one too many woes. Forgive the kid here. He doesn't know when to quit. Come on, Miles. Apologize to the good man. This is clearly important, and yet he insists on remaining infuriatingly vague. Look, friend, how about you let this slide? Please. For me. This guy's a wimp. So yeah, heard the voice, like I said.
Hold it!
You were able to concentrate on your training, even after hearing all that screaming. Look, if we was on the outside, maybe things would have been different. Maybe I'd have seen what I could do. This ain't the outside. I can't go no place, even if I want to. And you didn't think to slip out from your cell to go sneak a peek, Kay? What? I don't think anybody else would have thought of doing that except you, Kay. If only this wasn't a prison, Mr. Knight might have lived. I somehow doubt it. Frankly speaking, there was no saving him. But if somebody could have just gotten to him in time... Mr. C is clearly lying. What I don't understand is why. Let's see what I can uncover by pointing out the contradiction in his testimony. Okay. What do we got? Badge. Probably not. Building layout. What? Apparently there was a second page to hold this. It's all this thing. There's 2 workshops. Noted. Pocket chess set. Open. Come on, come on, come on. Hurry up and open that clasp. This is a murder investigation. You sound like a child on Christmas morning. Oh, please. Even your heart must skip a beat when you're about to open a mysterious box. Not all of us think like UK, thankfully. Chess. Zoom. Everything seems to be in order. These are chess pieces, right? I've seen the ones you have in your office. So how come these are black and white? Most chess pieces are. The ones in my office are custom made. As in, they're unique and probably valuable. I like the sound of that. She's got that glint in her eye. She'd better not be planning a robbery. Alright. Probably not chess set. Glove. Inmate use only. I guess that means that it must be one of the prisoners who is using it, right? Yes, you would certainly imagine so. Okay. Rope. Kill instantly. Ah! We seem to have found our contradiction. He was stabbed in the throat. And thus probably cannot shout.
Objection!
Are you listening carefully? Huh? You're trying to be cute or something? The victim died from a wound to the throat. Very quickly at that. We don't actually know this. The body is literally, like, in the next room. We have not performed an autopsy. He could have been shot in the back for all we know. He had neither the time nor the ability to scream as you claim he did. You say you heard the victim's cries, and yet that would have been impossible. But there must have been a scream. He said there was. He said there was? Ugh. Quit looking so smug, will ya? Fine, I admit it. I didn't hear nothing, alright? The guy in the next cell did. He told me so. The next cell? You mean... There's a parrot! Huh? What do you want? I heard a scream. What of it? Came back from the show, and they put us in our cells, same as always. Then, just like I told this guy, I heard it. A scream. A real scary one. Scary how, exactly? Didn't tell him this part, I guess, but it was kind of like... Eek! Someone, anyone, come quickly. He's... something like that. Well, I guess to say that probably wasn't the victim. Indeed, sounds more likely to have been the person who found his body. Ah, that explains it. So Mr. C was telling the truth, more or less. Is that really the case, though? Really no problems now with this testimony? I mean, surely we have to say there's a problem. I'm afraid a new problem has reared its head. Namely, why don't you hear the scream yourself, Mr. C? Yeah, what gives, pal? How come you didn't hear anything when your neighbor heard it clear as day? Rah! I, too, shout rah when someone asks me a question that I don't want to answer. Eek! What do you think? What do you think I did? The crime or something, huh? From inside of this here cell? The guy died over in the workshop. In case you forgot, you are not helping your case, my dude. Well, yeah, it does seem a little weird now that you mention it. He's right. Neither of us could have done it. Because let me tell you, if I could get out of this here cage and murder someone, you'd all be toast. Eek. Ain't that the truth? You bums ain't leaving this place in one piece if any of us can help it. I almost forgot that these men are hardened criminals. Oh, I won't be doing that again anytime soon. Heh, I'm guessing this wasn't how you saw this going, Mr. Edgeworth. That's my next move here. I won't get much more out of them in this state.
Overruled.
Who the hell was that? Who's there? Order in the court. You fancy. Who died and you made you the boss of me, huh? Can't you see we're kind of busy here? Hush now. Silence is golden. It is? Your hand, if you please. By the power invested in me, I hereby sentence you to blissful silence. Praise be, a simple life awaits you. No money, no possessions. May the goddess of justice watch over you, now and always. What the hell is this? Guard, if you would. Looks like you'll be spending the night in solitary, buddy. What? Come on, please, boss, any place but there. There's no need to be afraid, my child. If anything, you should rejoice. Y'all, this woman's like a cult leader. This is a blessing. A chance to redeem yourself. To be reborn. Bye. No! No more polar bear. O goddess of justice, bless your child and keep him in your care. O holy one, we give thanks in your name. I don't like her. I'm gonna go get some water real quick. I'll be right back. And by get right back, I mean I'm just walking over to the fridge because I have wireless headphones. Haha. Yeah, the polar bear went with him apparently, so he will not be so solitary as to be alone. And you are. Verity Gavel. At your service. It is my honor to bear the title of judge, and to work at the pleasure of the law. And what is a judge doing in a place like this? Since you ask, Mr. Edgeworth, I have been sent here to find you. I come bearing a message from the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. It is my sacred duty to deliver it. The Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. What the heck is that? It is first and foremost a name that should not be taken in vain, my child. Where is this? This is an Edgeworth game. This is Ace Attorney Investigations, which are focused on Mr. Miles Edgeworth. For it is a sacred phrase from the goddess of justice herself. Although this guy right here has already called himself an Ace Attorney. So this is your Ace Attorney. Why don't I fill you in, kiddo? The committee is a panel of 11 people whose job is to keep our beloved prosecutors honest. He's a defender, yep. In other words, they make sure people like Edgeworth here don't cross the professional line. The panel is comprised of people from both the legal and political professions. A panel of which you are a member, I assume? I am. Allow me to thank you on the committee's behalf for your service. Thanks for coming to see us like this. Speaking for myself, it's a real honor to meet you. Hashtag not my Ace Attorney. It's always great to hang with the judicial compadre. Come on, bring it in and chillax. We're all friends here.
Overruled.
Need to remind you that the committee has a long-standing relationship with the Bar Association. Hey, I didn't mean anything by it. I was just trying to lighten the mood, okay? He air quotes so often. So, your job is to find bad prosecutors and punish them? Precisely, my child. Praise be to the goddess of justice for bestowing her gift of insight unto you. I don't like this woman. The committee has the power to remove problematic prosecutors from cases. And should a prosecutor truly unworthy of the title be brought to our attention, we are vested with the power to confiscate that prosecutor's badge. My badge! And what does the Committee for Prosecutory whatever you said want with Mr. Edgeworth? We're in the middle of an investigation here.
Objection!
Who the hell is this? Sir. You're fucking Harry Potter. Pitiful. You really don't know, do you? What an ignorant... fuck that word. And who are you, pal? Winner. Eustace Winner. Prosecutor extraordinaire. This guy is a wizard. Though you might just know me as the Winner, a name they call me down at the prosecutor's office. With great affection, I might add. Edgeworth, I've never heard of you. And how about Detective Flatfoot over there? Nope. Name means nothing to me. Well, it's to be expected of an fuck that word again, I suppose. Ignorance is sweet, as they say, so I'm sure most things mean sweet nothings to you. Ignorance is bliss, Winner, and I don't think sweet nothings mean what you think it means. It is entirely natural that you aren't yet acquainted. Eustace only joined us last month. So he's nothing but a rookie. Not just any rookie. I'm a winning rookie. Which he'll prove himself to be in due time. Now let's cut to the chase. I'm here to clean up your mess, Edgeworth. What do you mean? What mess? I fear I know exactly what it means. The committee's sending an envoy with the new prosecutor in tow. I suspect I know what you're getting at, Winner. But I'm gonna need a few more details. Would you mind explaining, Judge Gavel? I'm gonna call her Judge Gavel and not Gavel. Very well. By the power vested in me by the Goddess of Justice, bruh, I hereby declare that in the matter of the incident at the presidential address and the murder of Mr. Bronco Knight, the committee hereby decrees that Prosecutor Edgeworth be relieved of his duties and replaced by Prosecutor Winner. Here ends the verdict. What the fuck? What? Mr. Edgeworth off the case, just like that. Judge Gavel, I believe I asked for an explanation. No explanation is required. The guilty verdict is in. The goddess has spoken, and her judgment is final.
Objection!
And what exactly have I done to warrant it being taken off the case? Come now, Mr. Edgeworth. Claiming ignorance of your crimes will not serve to lessen your guilt. You boarded the presidential plane, violating the principle of extraterritoriality, and while there, you performed an unsanctioned investigation and subjected a visiting foreign leader to questioning. You were one wrong move away from causing a major international incident. You vastly overstep the authority of your office. To call it an abuse of power would be no understatement. That hammer became like a frickin' sword. I don't deny that I may have pushed the boundaries where certain rules were concerned, but there is also no denying that certain risks must be taken if one is to arrive at the truth. I refuse to concede that my actions were inappropriate.
Overruled.
Then what you're saying is that the ends justify the means, that rules can be freely ignored. It is a very dangerous way of thinking. The law is absolute. It is not to be bent to your whims. Forgive me, but not all of us believe as you do. Is that so? How unfortunate. Still, it changes nothing. When a trial ends, the hammer falls. Be you defendant or attorney, even if the verdict seems irrational, nothing more can be done. Nothing, that is, but to give thanks for the goddess of justice's divine grace. God, I'm gonna... This is gonna be a problem. Unless you wish to appeal. To do so would be to risk your badge, of course. So they mean to take my badge if I don't play along. Whoa, tough break, Edgeworth. I see you've accepted your fate. Good. Guards, if you would be so kind as to escort him out. No, stop. What are you doing, detective? I'm in charge here now, so you'll do as I say and move out of the way. What? You're not the boss of me. Unluckily for you, Flatfoot. That's exactly what I am. They're holding all the cards here. I don't stand a chance. Detective Gumshoe, do as Mr. Winner says. But sir! Judge Gavel. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. The committee's decision is beyond irrational, so yes, I do plan to appeal. You haven't heard the last of this. Duly noted. Until we meet again, then. Let's go, Kay. We're leaving. Right. Parrot! Oh, and remember, you know who will be getting a full report on all of this. This is just, we're just fucking playing Harry Potter. To be continued. At home, we hear in Edgeworth's office. I still can't believe what happened yesterday. It was terrible, the way those two treated you. We were just here. Calm down. Blah 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 blah. Judge Gavel and Mr. Winner certainly didn't mince their words. Well, that's not what concerns me right now. I'm not worried about the committee's reasons for doing what they did, and what they might do next. I suspect it won't be good. Everybody on the committee's a dude, by the way. Rejected. Fucking spammer. Botter, whatever. Earth to Mr. Edgeworth, are you listening to me? No, of course not. This is it? You're giving up on the Bronco Knight case? No, I have no intention of doing any such thing. To walk away from the case would be to sit like get more words, fuck them, accept the committee's decision. The only problem is that I don't have the authority to continue investigating. Ring. Yes, what is it, detective? I've got some bad news, sir. Word down at the precinct is they just arrested somebody for Knight's murder. What? Do you know who it is? Why is that a bad thing? No, but I heard they're being held in the detention center. Maybe you could go talk to whoever it is. Good idea. Let's get down there, Mr. Edgeworth. Even without the authority to investigate, surely I can still pay a suspect an innocent visit. Alright, we're on our way. Me too. I'll see you there, sir. Won't you be missed, detective? Nah, everyone's busy in the prison going over the crime scene anyway. Good, then we'll see you shortly. Yes, sir. Come on, Kay, let's go. You got it. This is the same exact way the case started. Still no sign of them, huh? Is someone else about to die? Someone else is about to die. Indeed. Wait, it's just like last time. Please don't tempt fate like that. No, I can't. I just can't. Sure you can. I told you, it's just a pair of visitors. Sounds like someone really doesn't want to see us. No. Just talk with them, please. But one of them's a prosecutor, right? Aren't they all super scary? All they do is stare at you right into your soul. What the hell is this? Ah, you must be the suspect in the... Eek! See? I told you. Okay, why is this man so flustered? Probably because you're being you. But I guess that's just how you are. Thanks for clearing up absolutely nothing. Hey, Mr. Suspect, you doing okay in there? We just want to have a little chat with you. No biggie, right? Who are you? I'm Kay Faraday, Mr. Edgeworth's trusty sidekick. Just a part-time gig I'm doing while I take a break from my real job, though. Funny, I don't recall ever employing you. And that's Mr. Edgeworth. He is a prosecutor, but he's not going to stare a hole into your soul or anything. No, please. Really? 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 Eek! Anyway, can you first please tell us your name? It's Saint. Simeon Saint. Well, nice to meet you, Simeon. You can call me Kay. Everyone else does. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. Bro. Please, Simeon, we're trying to help you. I promise. Really? Thanks to Kay. Sounds like we might finally get some answers at least. Alright, Kay, talk to this guy. Perhaps you could start by telling us a little about yourself. Who, me? Why would anyone want to know anything about me? I'm boring. I'm nothing. I'm a nobody. Do you have a job? Oh, well, it's hardly worth mentioning, really. I'm your average corporate pencil pusher, just like everybody else, honest. This is gonna take a while. about you and Mr. Knight. Just when I thought we were making progress. Okay. So, Simeon, did you know Mr. Knight? Come on, you can tell me. Bronco? Yeah, I knew him. We were friends. Interesting. Wonder if he knew that Knight had been arrested. And, did you know Mr. Knight had been arrested? Yeah, I even came to visit him. Came to see Knight. Wonder when that would have been. And when was that, Simeon? Kay is very good at this. It was the day before yesterday, around lunchtime. It came as soon as I got the call from the cops. The police called him? Why? How come the police called you? They said Bronco asked them to, that he needed a favor. A favor? Uh-huh. He wanted me to bring him his chess set, the pocket-sized one. So I went by his place, and then I came here. The chess set. The chess... Damn it. Is it just me, or is she getting better at stealing my thoughts? That is why Edgeworth hired her. You do know everything you think is written all over your face, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Hehe. Yeah, I'm not a mind reader, just an expression reader. Amazing, right? Don't you just love having a sidekick as helpful as me? And have you read what my next move is going to be? I sure have. There's something you want to show Simeon. Indeed. Let's present it to him and see what he has to say about it. Chess? So, this chess set. Oh, that's the one I brought for Bronco. Well, that settles that at least. We found it next to Mr. Knight. He always had to have a chessboard somewhere nearby. I'm not surprised he had it with him when he... Simeon, you and Mr. Knight, you were very close, weren't you? Yeah, we were best friends. At least I thought we were. But I guess I was wrong about that. What do you mean? If I knew him so well, why was it such a shock for me to find out that he had killed someone? It's not easy to know that. It's not easy discovering that someone you're close to has committed a terrible crime. It's a very bitter pill to swallow indeed. How could it all end like this? I could never have imagined something so awful. Something's not right here, Mr. Edgeworth. There's just no way Simeon murdered Mr. Knight. Yes, he certainly doesn't seem to have an obvious motive. And again, he wouldn't have been arrested for no reason either. Wonder on what grounds they had for doing so. Why were you arrested, Mr. Saint? I just don't get it. Why won't he talk to me? I don't know, honestly. I don't. Whoa, he answered you, Mr. Edgeworth. I guess he's not scared of you anymore. Thank goodness for small miracles. The cops burst into my house this morning out of nowhere. And before I knew it, I was here. These policemen. Was there a prosecutor with them? Yes, some kid named DeWinter or something like that? The rookie. I thought as much. So, did they interrogate you yet? What? I'm gonna be interrogated by the cops? Well, yeah, I mean, you've been arrested. You're a suspect now. No, 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 no. Well, the detectives shout at me and threaten me and... Oh. Always these hulking guys, right? Who get in your face and force you to... Detective Gumshoe, reporting for duty. Eek! See? I told you. Please don't hurt me. Don't crush me with those huge arms. Aw, he gave Gumshoe a compliment. No, please, I'm calling the cops. Just kidding. Oh, Gumshoe, we love you. What's up with this guy, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, nothing, Detective. You're just being you. I guess it's just how you are. I've heard that line already. I don't get it, sir. Look, Mr. Edgeworth, Simeon is clearly innocent. There's gotta be something we can do for him, isn't there? Mr. Saint. Yes. You were Mr. Knight's friend, and 2 days ago you came to visit him. You had nothing at all to do with this murder, is my understanding, correct? Yes, I killed nobody. Very well, then I will choose to believe you, and I will do all that I can to assist you. Huh? Why would you help a nobody like me? Let's just say that I may not be doing it solely for your sake. I have something of a personal interest in this case. That's right, it's payback time. We'll show those two whose investigation reigns supreme. Oh yeah, now we're cooking. Unfortunately, I still lack the authority to conduct said investigation. As such, my resources are rather limited, and I'll need to lean heavily on the ones I do have at hand. Which means you, Mr. Saint, your information will be invaluable going forward. In other words, let's see if we can't help one another out, shall we? Oh, I just thought of something. Why don't you just borrow an attorney's badge? Then you could represent our pal here. Now's not the time for jokes, Gummy. That's exactly what we're gonna do. Hell yeah. I mean, Mr. Edgeworth is a prosecutor. He couldn't defend anyone if his life depended on it. Haha! I wasn't kidding. I just thought helping suspects, it's what a defense attorney does, you know? Sure, but we can do that too. The only thing that matters is that we find the real culprit in the end. So come on, let's get to work. Yes, ma'am. I'm sure you know already, but just to be clear, if our investigation ultimately proves you to be the culprit, we'll have no choice but to treat you like any other suspect. Eek. But you needn't worry. I believe you, or at least I have decided to try, for now. Just hold tight and try to believe in us in return. If nothing else, it might help you to feel a little less alone. Now, if you'll excuse me. Detention Center, corridor. So, we talked a good game in there, but we can't even get back inside the main prison to see the scene of the crime. Maybe defending the guy in court is our best bet after all. Gummy can't defend for his life, remember? Well, who do we have here? If it isn't Edgeworth in the gang, what are you cats doing here? Listen, pal, if you've come to harass Mr. Edgeworth again, I'll... Hey. Easy there, Detective Flatfoot Sholmes. Hey. They used that already. I'm here to work. Work? What, you're here to defend somebody? Whoa, the K-Meister nails it in one. Aren't you just the uber-intelligent one of the bunch? That's not how you use either of those words, Fender. Some may say I'm an easygoing old rogue about town, but I'm actually not a half-bad attorney. Which is why I've been summoned to the old Jailer Rooney for a meeting with a new client. The suspect is one Simony Sainsbury. You mean Simeon Saint? Wow, that's freaky. You know more about my job than I do. Wait, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Fender's a defense attorney. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I fear I might be. In fact, it could be our only option. Not so long ago, I found myself embroiled in another case that wasn't mine. I may look away! I managed to worm my way onto the crime scene by agreeing to be a certain someone subordinate. Oh, never mind. Not an experience I ever wanted to repeat, but I fear I may have little choice. Fender, before you say another word, I just gotta point out the fine print. Eddie Fender doesn't take on associates. Say it ain't so, I hear you protesting, but pompous prosecutors are a no-go. Especially those of the Von Karma variety. I should have known he wouldn't forgive me that easily. I understand why you wouldn't want to work with someone like me. What's more, I understand how you feel about all things Von Karma. But please, believe me when I say, I am not the man I was back then. I'm no longer under my old mentor's spell. You better believe it, pal. Mr. Edgeworth's changed man. Sure, he used to be the demon prosecutor, but he's not like that anymore. I do have feelings, detective. Kemi's right. Mr. Edgeworth's one of the good guys now. He's not just a prosecutor, he's a hero. He got me off the hook just last month. You don't say. Well, that escalated quickly. But he was. There was no other word for it. He was heroic. Great thiefly, even. Please, Fender. Don't you think there's something odd about the way the committee stepped in yesterday? There's more to this case than meets the eye. I'm certain of it. I can't just walk away from this. I can't. Please, allow me to help you with this investigation. Sheesh. A bow from the great Miles Edgeworth. Never thought I'd see the day, but here we are. So enlighten me, if you will. What made the leopard change his spots? Well, I suppose I would have to say the courtroom itself. I've experienced so many things and met so many people there within its four walls, including some old friends who showed me a better way to be. How could that not change a person? Well, I'll be. The old you would never have bared his soul like that. That was beautiful. He might have even surprised you-know-who, and you know how much that takes. Tell you what, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start again with a clean slate. So, this is me. Edgeworth & Co. Law Offices, Eddie Fender, Senior Partner. Edgeworth? That's right. Mr. Fender here began his legal career as an assistant to my late father, Gregory Edgeworth. What? Your dad was a defense attorney. So, the you-know-who Mr. Fender keeps talking about is... The clever K-Meister nails it in one yet again. That's right, I was talking about his old man. Guess you all noticed that I kept his name over the door, so to speak. Least I could do for old Gregory, really. Listen, Edgeworth, Miles, I'm gonna level with you here. I don't trust you. Not fully, anyway. I can't just forget about all those years you spent licking Von Karma's boots, you know? Anyone can say they've changed. I'm gonna need you to prove it. And besides, you know it's what Gregory would have wanted. Very well, I accept. Okay, then that's enough hardball for one day. Let's move on to the fun stuff. I hereby appoint you interim associate of Edgeworth & Co. Congrats, man. I will try not to let you down. Well, doesn't this bring a tear to the eye? The prodigal son coming on board at his late father's firm. Permission to come on board too, please, Mr. Fender. You don't even have to ask, kiddo. Welcome to the crew. Woohoo! Thanks, Captain. Alright, guess it's time to go to work. So, where to begin? Any bright ideas, Miles? Where were we when we were so rudely interrupted? Yeah. I believe we need to speak with the person who found the body. Just what I was thinking, eager associate. We do indeed. Heh. Still a type to smile and nod, I see. That'll certainly make my life easier boss. Now that that's decided, let's get going. What about me? I'm a detective. I can't just hop on board as an attorney's assistant like you guys. There's a point. I can't leave him adrift all on his own, now can I? Detective Gumshoe, I have a special assignment for you. You're to continue investigating the case under Mr. Winner. And if you happen to discover anything that seems useful, you are to notify me immediately. You're in a uniquely powerful position, detective, and I'm going to need all the info you can pass our way. You can count on me, sir. I'm a real pro when it comes to letting things slip to the defense. Trust me, I know. But just this once, those loose lips of yours might be what saves our ship. Throw wide the prison gates, good sirs, because here we come. So, any idea how we tracked down whoever found the Bronxer's body, Miles? I think our best bet would be to simply ask her. Oh, don't you dare! Who the hell is this? Holy shit. Excuse me, but oh my, just look at you. You talking to me? It's just fabulously chic, darling. Fabulously. Facial hair is so very au courant, don't you think? Man. Why isn't Lynn here? Enchanté, mademoiselle. I'm much obliged. Defense attorney Eddie Fender, at your service. Let's get things off the right foot, shall we? A little embrasser, perhaps? Oh ho ho! I like the sound of that. Oh my god. Her scarf is also going in for a hug. Right on the kiss. Okay. Okay. Well, how else does one greet a new friend, Little smooch is entirely de rigueur, don't you think? Wow, talk about stealing a kiss. Indeed, an act so shameless, it puts even great thieves to shame. Physical contact is so very important as a form of expression for our little family. Everyone in this lovely home will tell you as much. Hey, if everyone else is hip to that, I can be hip to that too. Sure. Fifi Lagarde, by the way, warden of this charming abode. God damn it. You may call me Fifi, of course. So she's the warden of the entire detention center and prison facility, is she? A pleasure to meet you, Miss Lagarde. Miles Edgeworth. I am an associate with Mr. Fender's practice. Hope you don't mind me asking, but were you here in the prison yesterday? Oh, don't be silly, darling. Of course I was. Yesterday was a very important day, after all. Important in what way, exactly? A big meeting of some kind, perhaps? A meeting? Oh, heavens no. I couldn't think of anything worse. No, yesterday, the circus came to visit. No! Not that circus! It was a simply spectacular event featuring some terrifically talented animals. Anyone who is anyone had to be there. If you were here at home, you were watching the show with me. The performer set up a special stage in the yard just for us. We are one very lucky family, n'est-ce pas? So she was at this circus performance for the inmates yesterday morning. Mr. C mentioned a show yesterday as well. Must have been talking about the same thing. What time did this show take place? From around 8 until 10, maybe? Yes, something like that. Getting it finished right around the body was discovered. by dint of having attended the show, she has a reasonably solid alibi. Oh, would you look at the time? Sorry, darlings, but I really must dash. Feel free to explore our home, Mikasa Sukasa and all that. Ciao for now. Well, what now, Mr. Edgeworth? Well, the person who found the body screamed, and that scream was heard by one inmate that we know of. Therefore, our first task is to question this inmate and see where this information will take us next. Alright, I think we're gonna do that next time. I think this was a solid stream, not super long. I didn't want to stream for too late anyways. We've got a solid hour and 40-ish minutes in. Made some progress. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me. I probably won't really send anyone out to raid. I'll probably just end stream. So if you're hanging out, I appreciate you. We might pick this up with part 2 tomorrow. Haven't decided yet. But yeah, I'm gonna head out. Thank you all. We will see you later, and have a good rest of your evening. Goodbye.